So, all right, let me ask you something right out of the gate. Have you ever worked your tail off to hit a goal? I mean, really worked for it. And when you finally got there, the person holding you accountable just said, "Yep, you did it. All right, here's the next number." And that was it. No fireworks, no parade, no long pause to soak it in, just onward. If you've ever felt a little deflated by that, like, hey, man, can we sit in this for a second? Then this episode's for you. And if you're a coach, a leader, a shop owner, or someone who holds other people accountable, this one's definitely for you. Because today I want to talk about coaching, celebrating, accountability, and the tension between recognizing wins and keeping momentum moving forward. And I'm going to tell you a quick personal story that, if I'm being honest, caught me a little bit off guard. And as most of you know, that's where all this comes from. So, here's where this all comes from. Recently, I hit a weight loss record for myself. I finally crossed the 50-pound mark. You know, it's not a small thing, not accidental, something that required discipline, consistency, missed meals, fasting, workouts when I didn't feel like it, the whole deal. And I was a little bit proud of it. And so I weighed in, I shared the win with my coach, and his response, "Yep, you did it. All right, let's get 60." And that was it. And let me be clear, my coach is a good coach. He's experienced, but he's results driven. Um, you know, if I kind of look in the mirror, he's the younger, fitter version, right? But intellectually, I get it, and I get what he was doing. But being on this side of it, you know, emotionally, there was a split second in my head that said, "Man, can we just live here for one more beat?" And that really, really stuck with me. And because almost immediately after that thought comes into my head, I'm like, "Hey, Chris, you do this too." And here's the truth. We don't always say out loud as coaches, our job is not to get emotionally attached to the win. Just like our job is not to get emotionally attached to your employees and all the BS you got going on in your shop. Our job is to see progress, acknowledge it, and keep people moving forward. And because, you know, if we linger too long, if we celebrate too hard, if we let people camp out on the wind, excuse me, I should have said win. If we let people camp out on the win, momentum dies. And high performers don't need motivation as much as they need direction. And that's why great coaches often move quickly from you hit the number to here's the next one. Again, it's not cold, it's not dismissive, it's intentional. But, and this is the key realization for me, just because it's effective doesn't mean it can't be improved.
As a shop owner, you take pride in every detail of your shop. That means every repair, every customer, and every experience your customers have with you. So why would you settle for cookie cutter marketing that makes your shop look, well, like every other auto repair shop in your town? At Shop Marketing Pros, we offer top tier marketing for top tier shops. That means digital ads, search engine optimization, social media marketing, and custom websites built around your shop. Marketing that showcases your brand, your voice, and your goals. No templates, no shortcuts, no generic same old marketing. Because when your marketing reflects the quality your shop puts out every day, your customers can feel it, and your car count, revenue, and ARO grow because of it. You've already built a top tier shop. Now it's time to grow it with the top tier marketing it deserves. Book your discovery call today at shopmarketingpros.com to get started.
So, one of the biggest dangers in business and in life is what I call shiny object celebration. We hit a win, we post about it, we talk about it, we relive it. And suddenly the goal becomes the trophy, not the process, not the trajectory, not the next level. And as coaches, we've trained to avoid that. I don't want shop owners celebrating one great month. I don't want service advisors high fiving one big average repair order. I don't want leaders getting stuck on yesterday's win, because the moment you take your foot off the gas, someone else is passing you. So, yes, coaches move on quickly on purpose. And here's the nuance I had to confront: moving forward quickly doesn't mean moving forward emotionlessly. Emotionlessly. So, this experience forced me to look inward because I realized something important. I don't need to linger for 10 minutes. I don't need balloons or confetti, but maybe, just maybe, I need one more beat. One more intentional pause that says, hey, I see you. I see your work. I recognize what it took. And we all know that this didn't happen by accident. And then we move on. And I don't think that's slowing momentum. Hopefully that's reinforcing behavior. And as coaches, leaders, and shop owners, I think that's very powerful because people don't quit because they're pushed too hard. They quit because they feel unseen. So, hey, everybody, I want a quick pause here because I want to talk about people who get this balance right. This episode is brought to you by Shop Marketing Pros, and here's why I'm proud to work with him. Recently, I was a guest on Brian's show, the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast, talking about a topic I'm super passionate about. And the name of the topic was the most important KPI you're not tracking. And what stood out to me wasn't just a conversation. It was the fact that my marketer, yes, my marketer, is actively bringing this kind of thinking to their clients. That tells me that they care, they pay attention, and they have their finger on the pulse of what actually matters in this industry. They're not just selling marketing, they're helping shop owners think better, and that matters to me. If you want a marketing partner who understands shops, numbers, and real world execution, not just clicks and impressions, check out Shop Marketing Pros. All right, here we go. So let's bring all of this talk about one more beat to the shop. So how often do we do this with our teams? And when I say we, I mean you. A technician hits a productivity goal, a service advisor raises their average repair order, a manager fixes a process issue, and we say, good, now let's talk about what's next. Again, that's not wrong, but imagine the difference if we added one more beat. Hey, I want to pause for a second. That result didn't happen by accident. Great work. Then we move on. I really think that small pause builds trust, reinforces discipline, and increases buy-in for the next target. So I don't think you're lowering standards. You're strengthening these relationships. So here's the takeaway. Coaching isn't about celebration or pressure. It's about balance. It's about recognizing progress without losing momentum. And sometimes, not always, the most powerful thing you can do as a coach is pause for just one more beat. Acknowledge, recognize, and then move forward. As always, I want to give a big shout out to our friends at the Aftermarket Radio Network. Grateful to be a part of a group that keeps these conversations going and pushes our industry forward. If this episode hit home for you, especially if you're a coach, leader, or shop owner, and if you're a shop owner, yes, you're a leader and a coach, I want you to sit with it for a minute, and then I want you to keep moving because progress never stops, but it does feel better when it's seen. I'll catch you on the next episode of the Weekly Blitz. Have a great day, everybody. Remember to rise and grind.